Yeah. So last week you guys decided to burn down two warehouses for the price of one.
Was it last
Um,
week?
last
It was
session.
like
Last
it was like 3
session.
weeks ago.
Play with me.
Oh God, that scared the shit out of me. Um, Jesus. And you guys blew up the balloons blew up the roof, and you guys fought some people, convinced everyone that there was water inside of this warehouse to be had, and that there were people trapped in it. While it was burning down.
I'm helping.
You are helping with the endless water fountain.
Oh,
Hey,
I
hey,
don't
hey.
know how I
hey.
grabbed that. I don't know how I grabbed that. I was trying to move the screen.
And yeah, so you guys did that, and then you are, I believe we ended combat. I don't believe we were still technically in combat, were we?
I think we were still in turns.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
my
Because
last
Tyler
turn was hitting the
busy.
lock on the
Yeah.
cage holding Ryok.
I'm pretty sure you are correct.
And homeboy had ran in. Where's Ping? Ping. He ran in to grab some stuff off the table.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yep. Resume encounter. You are correct. There it is. Nailed it. Found it. We're good.
Oh yeah, didn't I see like a walk or something?
You stole a frying pan that was right there.
You tried stealing the frying pan, and then when you went to steal it, the ceiling blew up, and you put it back. Because there was a loud explosion when that happened.
Can I pick it up
Oh
again?
no!
Sure.
The ceiling spontaneously combusted.
Don't you know bad things happen when you touch the frying pan?
It's true. Frying pans, who knew?
Even worse things happen when you touch the owl.
Oh,
True.
just you wait.
Yeah. Anyway.
So what's going on now?
So next up is actually, I forgot that this is where we ended and why I was anticipating tonight so much. You punched the lock and it did not fully break, if and is still slightly on there. Cursing yourself for trying to not have your rogue friend or someone else who can do it easily do it. It is now actually Ryok's turn.
Yay.
Ryok, you are in this cage looking up at somebody you've never seen before. You've seen them do similar things to your friend Bolinas, like fly down with the power of God on his side and smite thee from above. But currently, you don't superbly recognize the face on him, as he is still technically disguised.
Yeah. So,
As
uh,
you're
I, go ahead.
as you're staring at him, your passive perception is like 15, yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually notice that this we'll use an overlay because overlays. That is way too freaking big. Excuse you.
Or
sir.
shapes.
Shapes. Over here, we'll use purple. This shelving unit, is beyond, destroyed and falling over at this point. And you can tell that it is going to be falling soon.
Okay, so it hasn't fallen yet,
Yes, it has not
but
fallen.
it is very
Part of
clearly
it,
going to fall.
this part of it is like kind of destroyed, but the rest of it looks like it's fixing to, it's like teetering on the edge kind of thing. And there are a multitude of bottles and what appear to be forms of potions on this shelf.
Okay, so there are things in the bottles.
There are things in the bottle, liquids in the bottle.
So like he'll glance up at this character attempting to, what was it, punch the lock?
Yes. Punch
No,
the
I was hitting him with staff.
Oh, that's
I
right.
think.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, with the staff. And kind of glance up at the creature, the person.
Pull out your crowbar. Too bad this.
And
is
then
not
like glance down at the lock. And then glance back up at this creature. And
Thank
then
you
look
for your
over and see the
subscription.
shelf, and you just see his head twist 180 degrees.
Oh,
Till it's like basically upside down.
Belinus is not gonna know how to react to that one, but I guess I'm gonna look behind me.
Sure. You see fire. The fire does look to be spreading, as this warehouse is made out of wood, and there's remains of ceiling everywhere, and all kinds of stuff is falling apart.
You see Ryok like inch away from you inside the cage and basically press himself against the bars furthest from you. Over
Aw,
like, where's
scared
the fucking
bird.
ping? Yeah, like over here-ish.
So, in that case, I would move to the front because where's the lock at? Is it on this side or is it on the side I'm on?
It is on the long side.
The long side?
Correct. The first ping that you did. So
it's token browser. That's right. So in that
Okay,
case,
maps.
I would move down,
there.
move over to try and get a better swing on the lock. Also to get out of the way of the fire that is coming towards me.
Okay.
Because Belinus probably wouldn't have recognized that there's potions and shit on the shelf. It's more along the lines of he's just worried about getting this thing open.
Right. You actually just went in turn order, so we'll get back to that. But the
Okay, here.
since we're still technically in turn order,
I didn't know if we were still in turn order. Okay, so I'll move back for now, and I'll move on my turn.
Ryok, was there anything else you wanted to do for this turn?
He'll kind of glance around now that he's like woken up, but I'm assuming he still can't hear anything.
He cannot.
So yeah, other than pressing himself against the like far side bars, seeing that like that shelf looks really big, and it is
pretty big.
It's very soon to be coming towards him. But His head tilts like 180 degrees and then eventually rotates back after a couple of seconds and just kind of watches this creature that I know is Belinus, but Ryuk does not.
I mean, if he does, then he does. If he would make the connections of,
He's still waking up, dude. He is not making the connection.
okay, that's fine. uh, next is actually AC and E.
Do we have a turn order thing?
I do, yes. It kept it.
Oh,
I
it just doesn't
forgot
show it
that
up.
It does not show up for you guys, I believe.
Okay, gotcha. Just making sure.
So I believe, yeah, C already is like gone. And then these two, Bucket, are you trying to attack
No.
them as they go by you?
No, if I remember, I was trying to urge them to help other people as they passed me.
He kind of runs by. He's out of here. A is actually gonna come to like here and basically start helping people grab buckets of water. As there is now basically a line of people. We'll do in green. There's a line of people that are getting buckets out the front door to go on to the side building on this one as well. I need to spend some time in paint. Anyway, and he's going to start helping them. After that is actually Bucket.
Hello.
It is currently your turn. Are you going to continue trying to help people out, or?
I will throw the water bucket that I have into the fire in front of me.
Okay, the fire to the right or to the left? Because there is some fire to the right, and
Directly
then it's mostly
to the left.
directly to the left. Okay. It does
It
help
was.
a
What the
little
fuck
bit.
is happening?
Might be lag.
Can you move my guy? Cause when I try to move myself, I pan at the same time.
Weird.
Yeah.
Is anything highlighted for you on the right side?
No.
No? None of like the hands or anything?
Oh, there we go.
With the left side.
That was weird.
Oh, actually, are you sure you want to throw it to that side?
Yeah.
Okay. Belinus, would you like to say anything before he throws water on an oil fire?
Was it an oil fire?
Yes.
Right there it is.
Wait.
Oh shit.
Wait. Was I was throwing oil, wasn't I?
Yes, that's what that box is for. It's that area was slick with oil before it was caught on fire.
Oh, my
And is now
character
technically
probably
an
didn't know
oil
that.
fire.
I'm just gonna turn and be. Well, wait. I'm okay. I'm gonna roll to see if I even notice it.
Nat 1 doesn't notice it. We all perish. Well, you all
I'm gonna
perish.
roll-
I'm pretty sure the fire won't go through this cage.
I'm gonna roll a d20. Highs or lows. Basically, highs I notice it. Lows I'm too busy. 20. Okay, I notice it. I'm going to turn around.
Very much.
I'm going to basically scream, no. That's oil.
Nope, that's oil.
I throw the water on the fire and yell back, "What?"
Oh, god damn it.
Okay.
I mean, Paylor, damn it.
Briak's eyes just turn. He is very familiar with these elements.
I
Okay,
need
what way
you-
does the water go?
Well, right up from my character.
Is
Yeah.
it
My character, I wouldn't be standing this close to the fire.
Goodbye, A and E.
is it gonna go this way?
Probably.
Or is it going to like hit and splash?
My assumption is he
'Cause-
would come here and then kind of like toss it onto the fire.
So realistically,
Yeah.
that's just gonna spread all this way.
Yes.
Are you guys pinging stuff?
Can
I'm
you not
using the
see
mouse.
No, I can't see that.
this? Oh.
Johan, you can see it though?
Yeah, I can see it. Stream
I can see
it.
yours.
I
Okay.
can see it.
I can't see it.
You can't see
EA
this.
D&T Beyond.
We'll refresh, I guess.
But yeah, so I assume this is all gonna go this way.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now I
Some
see
of it
things.
may spread in a cone.
Yeah.
Right?
So he is basically going to spread it this way.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
I swear to God, I'm gonna stop screaming at Bucket. I'm gonna just instantly throw shit at him every time I need to get a stitch.
So, this is now more fire. But it is not just fire, it is oil fire.
There's
Which
making
is-
its west.
Which is helpful to know. Yep. Anything else you would like to do, Buck?
Scream and fear and surprise.
Yeah, somehow make it worse.
Next is D and B. These two. Oh, not the door. The door is not going anywhere. I mean, it's probably dying.
Yes, the
but,
door is
like,
moving.
five.
The door's fleeing
Oh.
the fire.
These two are going to run out. F, who came back in, comes over to the bed and picks up a stuffed animal and says, "We're not going like this," and then runs back out with his little teddy bear.
I want that stuffed animal.
No, well, you gotta get out of the cage first.
I'll make this my campaign mission is to get that fucking stuffed animal.
Have you? I know we were looking for this dog, but have you seen this guard?
Have you seen this man? It's a crude drawing of a guard with a stuffed animal.
Next is Belinus. So it is now your turn. This fire is now spreading even further.
Belinus is gonna move over here now,
That's actually
and
this is spreading.
you said the lock did take damage, right?
It did, yes.
Isn't it enough damage that I could just put the fucking polearm like through the bars and like push down and fucking snap the lock?
If you would like to try to make a strength check for it, you certainly can.
I would
Or
not
you
like
can
to
roll to
because
hit.
I would rather roll to
It'd be
hit
more
because
damage.
I have the strength of a normal person. So we're gonna just fucking smack this thing again.
The power of God has deserted me.
Do you think
No,
that
the power
you're right-handed or left-handed? Is Belinus right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
So he would swing from right to left?
Yes.
Okay. Just thought I'd
Is that
ask.
curtain still up?
Nope. That
The,
that
was
is
about
the
to-
down.
most hesitation I've ever seen in a response to a DM.
I was about to
Yes.
say, I didn't think that curtain was up.
Yes, that curtain is not up. No.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna be swinging from like, and basically go from here in.
Ryok like
Okay.
inches back.
And so whenever it's versatile, I can do the 1d8 plus 3.
Correct.
So I
Swinging
just
with both
swing.
hands is D8. Swinging with one hand is D6.
Yeah.
But that is laggy as fuck when you were drawing.
It's laggy as fuck for me too. So
15 to hit.
15 does hit a standard lock that is not moving. Yes.
7 damage.
Yay. I'd hope it would hit.
um. You smack this thing and it looks real bad. Like you could probably just like pull it off at this point. It looks
I use my bonus action to pull the lock off.
sure. Make a strength check.
God damn it, I'd rather just punch the goddamn thing.
I mean, you can.
Ryok like pushes himself against the bars.
I'll put it to you this way. It has 1 hit point.
My bonus action is gonna be an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Again, god damn it. 3. Okay, it did 6 damage.
You smash this lock off, and as you do, you hear cracking of
Rip the door open.
wood coming from over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip the door open and try and move. Or
How do,
wait, can I rip the door open, or is that an action?
It's technically, I think it's technically under like use of an object to open a door, which would make it a free action.
It is a free action? Okay.
Correct.
So I'm going to open the door as I like move this way.
How do note DM? Do the
Mhm.
wards seem okay with this?
Do the what?
The
Wards.
you know, the arcane glyphs that I can see scattered around this cage. Are they
Yes,
okay that someone just beat the fuck out of the
They-
lock and ripped the door open?
They seem to be inert. As soon as he opens the door, the glyphs stop glowing.
Uh.
Stop glyphing.
It seems to be to hold things in, not necessarily keep things out.
Okay.
So yeah.
Ryok.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Belinus, are you done with your turn?
Oh yeah, I just moved over here now. Away from the fire. That'd be actually one more. Yeah.
And then Ryok, as you now have an opened cage, you hear a flooding of noise. As the suppression of the sound is no longer active. And as you for all the things that you do hear, you hear the final cracking of some wood over there, and this falls.
Okay.
You actually have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh well.
You
Sounds
get
good.
you get advantage because you are technically inside of a cage. Which
Oh, I
makes
didn't
it,
roll advantage. Hold on. I'll roll.
well,
Just roll it
it's a good thing.
again. There's 7.
Well, you only had to beat a 5. Belinus is lucky enough that he moved one space far enough. As there is now
Grease fire.
Incoming nuke.
wait.
Y'all ready to get that fucking kill streak?
There's
Me too.
That's
now
what's gonna happen in a second.
there's now a massive explosion of fire as one of the bottles falls off the shelf as it falls over. Should be right there. I did the math for this, by the way, in case anyone wanted to know of how far over it would fall and then how, like, where it would be. Anyway,
Where
it's a
is it?
little
I wasn't
things.
looking.
Where the bottle fell and broke open. That
Yeah.
is now this. I need to change this color because it should be red because it is fire.
A bottle of Fireball? What the fuck?
I mean, this was like an exotic shipping company.
I think Fireball
Uh,
is exotic.
You would
Fucking
know,
Potion of the Sun.
You would actually have seen somewhat of the label on this.
Oh.
And the label had the head of a dragon on it.
Oh. Very, very interesting.
Yep. Uh-huh. And then you can receive your prompt that I've been waiting like 2 months to give you.
Okay.
Oh no. Is it that the Alan needs to create a new character?
Ah. To think. I really have to think about this.
Oh, take your time. As the fire engulfs the area around you,
I think in that moment as this fire spreads, like the neurons are gonna connect for a moment, and like a feeling of almost deja vu is gonna come over Ryok. And I think I'm
Probably.
gonna go with option 2.
Okay.
Number 3, my lord.
As this happened, you see, everyone sees this giant of a fireball explode, and linger as well, as it is basically an area of effect now. You see the fire around your Owlin friend turn blue as his feathers light up with the embers within them.
Great. The owl's
Deep
full of
blue,
jet fuel.
The fire turns blue and is tipped with like a green tip.
Jet fuel laced with copper.
Can I? Is it still my turn?
It is still your turn.
Can I like?
Also, you need to expend a second level spell slot.
Okay. Three. There we go. That goes into the spell points too, or is that actual slots?
No, that's like the spell points. Yeah.
Okay. Can I like tentatively peek head? You know how owls do that thing where they like stick their head holistically out to look around because they
Yeah.
can't really peek around corners?
Right.
Can he like peek out of the cage despite there being many, many holes in the cage? And then like tentatively step out into like openly into these blue flames.
Sure. You can move wherever.
I just like step here and look around.
Oh God, the bird is on fire.
He looks to be just walking through the flames, chilling, hanging out.
Do they? So am I in the fire? Is that what that ring is?
The white ring around him is the area that the fire is
It's like an influence ring. Think of it
correct.
that way.
Oh, okay. So all the fire in the ring is turning blue, but it's outside of the fire itself. There's no extra.
There's no
fire or
fire.
anything.
Yeah.
There's no yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Interesting.
He kind of
Belinus
just
is
looks up at this creature that has no
intrigued.
duck.
Yeah, Belinus is gonna be intrigued as fuck, but worried about some other shit right now.
I will say that we are probably at this point out of turn order. Unless the three of you want to keep your turn order.
No, I'm fine either way.
Yeah.
Hoot.
So, from here, I'm gonna be like, or well, fuck. Basically, I'm just gonna be like, hey, let's get out of here. There's a door right there. And, let me think. God damn it. I want to find a way to blame this on someone else. Because, like, the
Okay.
explosion and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I think there's enough evidence that, this could have been in the warehouse, and it could have been a fuck-up, and they're going to try and blame anyone. Because they have bottles of fucking dragon fire in here.
For sure. Something else to note. This fire here does not seem to be affected by his zone.
Interesting. Bucket, you got any ideas?
Bucket is dealing with his own problems.
He
He's
wants this fucking
traumatized from
frying
trying to
pan.
put out water or put out fire with water.
Imagine putting out water, man.
Putting out water. Yep. I said what I said. I'm not taking it back.
So like this.
I think-
This. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think best bet is gonna be like, Belinus is gonna call out to Ryuk and be like, "Hey, we need to get going. The door's right there. Let's get the fuck out of here."
Okay. Ryuk
And,
will turn and look at you and watch.
I'm just gonna fucking go to the door and open it.
The door
Is-
is open.
Oh, okay.
It's no longer
You
there.
said this is fallen, right?
Correct.
So I could see all the way back to this area.
Yes.
Are there other potions?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Uh, 12.
Doesn't appear to be any more potions. The back shelf here looks to be maybe like fine china of some sort. The second shelf was papers mostly. And then this shelf was the one that mostly had the vials on it.
Okay. Well, is there
Belinus just-
anything? Go ahead.
Belinus just remembered something.
Yeah.
We were here for a painting.
Uh-huh.
That was the whole reason we came here.
Uh-huh.
It's like Ryuk kind of like.
What's the chances the rich dude will just thank us for burning the warehouse down and the painting won't see the light of day anyway?
I don't think you want me to answer that question.
I mean, that is what he wanted. He wanted to make sure it think it's
Did-
seen by anyone.
You are
We have
correct.
no confirmation that it was even here. Like you guys fucking blew up a warehouse without confirming the presence of what we're looking for.
He had no way to get to you.
I was fine. This whole place could have had a nuke dropped on me, and I'm pretty sure the wards would have protected me.
It would have been pretty close. Scroll of Comet would have killed you.
The
But
scroll, look,
anything
Comet-
short probably wouldn't have killed you.
Yeah. But Ryuk's kind of gonna like just kind of waddle through the fire. Is see anything, whether it be like potions or papers or anything that like isn't broken or horribly burned, that like might hint at anything either towards this picture or just a generic like magical affinity, as you know the flames
There's
burn around him.
a lot of magical things in this warehouse. There is one potion that is not broken.
Can I pick it up?
Sure.
What look like?
That's a great question. What color is this? That's a really great question.
The Owlin looting in the middle of a firestorm.
Bucket had same idea.
I'm going to say a blue liquid? Yeah, it'd probably be blue.
Blue liquid. What color is the bottle?
The bottle itself is like see-through. It's like a
Clear bottle.
clear bottle that the potion is in. The label is burnt off at the moment.
I wonder why.
I couldn't tell you. No idea.
As I like pick this up and just pocket the bottle because you know why the fuck not.
Right. Put it next to your crowbar and all the other stuff that would have been helpful trying to break you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's a shame I was inside of a cage.
Yep.
Do I notice anything as I like look around? Anything that might be regarding this painting? As I like in there and move around.
You actually see over here there looks to be some paintings. This corner has some random paintings.
Is if I take step here, does this turn blue or no?
It turns blue up until basically anything within the red circle is
okay, so it just merges and becomes the red circle. Okay.
Correct.
Well, Ryok will kind of just wander down and go
past the oil fire.
Past the oil fire.
I'm
Probably
just gonna
would have been
quickly
safer
pass,
to
kind of just motion urgently towards said fire.
Can I look at these paintings? Do any of them look similar to what we were supposed to find?
Does anyone remember what you're looking for?
It was like
It
a
was
self-portrait, wasn't it?
It was a horrible painting of the noble.
It was a portrait of the noble. Go ahead and roll a investigation check.
12.
12. You see a lot of different paintings here. None of them look like the person that you had your wonderful meeting with.
Ryog like picks one up and chucks it back into the fire.
Okay. It is now burning to smithereens.
Burning, yeah. But not seeing the painting, he's gonna like slowly begin making his way out. To follow this creature that beckoned him to leave.
Okay. Bucket, what would you like to do? You did get your frying pan, so there's
that. The bird came over. I urged him towards the fire, and the bird just kind of walked away as if I wasn't there. So
well, the bird acknowledged you and then chucked a painting into the fire, thinking that you were causing destruction.
I'll look over here to see if there's anything that might help me unfire.
Does Bucket remember why we were here?
Bucket is very caught up in adrenaline. He's
there's a bunch of paintings. There's not really anything over here that even looks like super magical in nature or anything like that.
What about this blue rock?
That is a giant. It's a giant crystal.
Am I able to move it?
You can
I'm
make
gonna
a
try to move it.
strength check. I don't think you have enough strength to outright move it without making a check.
I'm rolling a die. I do not move it with a 5.
It is very heavy.
Is there anything in this pot?
No, most of that is just either like maybe like old pottery.
Do I see the two of them across the fire and the rubble?
I would say so. The flames aren't like that large yet.
Okay. I'm gonna grab this pot and I'm gonna just run.
Run for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Like Wile E. Coyote run with the fucking pot.
Yeah. You may add fine pottery vase to your inventory. There's nothing for it. You just have to manually add it.
Yeah.
Out of the many, many items within this warehouse, it was not the pot that I thought you would pick up, so I didn't make it.
Many items, you say.
That's metagaming.
I'm just gonna look at them. What are we doing?
No, Ryok kind of looks up at the creature in front of him, this being.
Sorry, I walked away from the computer for a second. So yeah, we're leaving.
Ryok finds new friends.
Yeah, new friends.
New
Old
friends.
friends have left him.
His old friends have left him.
Taking the money and run.
I'm trying to think. I want to do something here, but I need to figure out how the fuck to do it. Do I have anything to write with?
The image. The owl eyes.
It's
I gotta
very,
get a.
it's very accurate to what you currently are like.
Like, it doesn't look like Ryok, that image, but the emotion on that face is so perfect. Because Ryok's like basically a snowy owl.
Right now, he's a snowy ember owl.
Yeah.
I still have a bunch of oil.
Like
You're gonna
Burning
write it
Man
out
the
in
owl.
fire.
Huh? No. I am going to write on this this back pavement in oil and like set it on fire, but I'm gonna write trafficking animals is wrong.
Nice, nice. Throw 'em off our scent.
Just literally right here.
Just like in the like concrete.
Yeah.
Okay. In oil?
Yeah, because then it'll stay there and it should stain the concrete a little bit. If it
Okay.
sets on fire, then it sets on fire, but if the fire doesn't get out of here or out here, it should stain it.
Okay.
And then even if it does set on fire, it'd be cool to see if image or the, like words on fire. If I make it big enough, anyway.
Kill all humans.
You are able to write that out. I'm just, taking notes.
Johan, there is a tone of voice you take when you were not expecting someone to do something, and it is fucking amusing to hear.
Oh, that's that last part was an excited part. That was a very excited because
Damn
it's just
animal
more to
experiment.
add.
Look, blame it on the activist. All right, we're going.
God forbid I have to deal with the King's Guard again. There's only so many times they can find me innocent.
All right, you guys
All right.
run off.
Is there? Are we good to just run off, or do we need to check for like guards down the street, or?
Do you wish to check for guards?
I would prefer to.
Okay, there are guards moving around, but they are all pretty much very focused on trying to put out the warehouse that is now on fire with dragon's breath.
Gotcha.
Dragon's breath. What the fuck did you guys find?
Can Ryog like
So-
go up?
I'm going to as we're like leaving, I'm gonna tell Ryok to get back to the inn and like fly back to the inn or go back to the inn, either way. And I'm gonna get a few blocks down the road before I just like undo a lot of the disguise if possible.
Sure.
Ryog like nods, I guess. Surprised that you know about this being knows about the inn. But at this point, there isn't time for questioning. He's apparently done some things that even he doesn't quite understand, as well as watched a building basically nuke itself. So like he's gonna go and fly to the inn. And is there a way when he gets there he can like enter through like a window?
What if he
Is there a
left his
window?
window open?
Honestly, I could see it happening because he likes fresh air.
That's fine.
I mean, any bugs that come in the nighttime is just food, so.
Honestly, right?
You make it back to. I believe this was
Yeah.
a room.
Yeah, it was.
Leave a candle burning just so bugs will fly in. Food
Just
snacks.
leave out a little sugar cube and start pecking at the windowsill. Candy. He'll kind of like Ryuk as he lands will kind of like look over himself, kind of surprised at what happened because he's never had that happen before. Like whatever it was that happened,
Right.
and he'll like recount a little bit and try to figure out what the fuck that was.
Sure. I'm sure he is very confused.
Yes, he is very confused. But he will start thinking about it and writing about it in his journal.
Okay.
So, how much longer does it take us to get back to the inn?
Probably like a solid 10, 15 minutes. Because he can fly straight there over buildings, and you cannot. And you're also getting a distance and then removing your.
Well, I can rudely
Disguise.
barge into buildings.
That would arguably take significantly longer.
So, we're gonna, after we make sure it's clear and everything, we'll head back to the inn and then make sure we're not being followed on the way back.
Right. It is around, I believe, 1 a.m. at this point. 2 a.m. I think it's 2 a.m. I think you guys waited for like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You guys basically just woke up from a rest. Actually, all of you mostly just woke up from from a long rest at this point.
Wait,
Yes.
can we actually
Um,
mark that, or
Well, I'm saying like basically when that
Before
the warehouse before they
Oh.
infiltrated the warehouse, they took a long rest, and you were basically long resting during part of that. So,
that is true?
so you, despite just blowing up a warehouse and burning it to the ground, you guys feel rather refreshed at the time.
What are you talking about? That was even more refreshing. We went on an adventure.
Says the holy monk.
Adventure.
You forget that before I was a monk, I was an adventurer.
That doesn't change the answer.
It was his first calling. And
Look,
his
there was a reason they
last.
sent me off to the monastery.
You need Jesus.
He found Jesus.
The wrong one.
All hail Peller.
No, Jesus
Right.
Jesus flipped him off. Paylor fucking took him home.
I mean, I followed in the teachings of Palor, alright? I showed them the sun.
The teachings, TM.
You're not
That's
you're
the
not
sun.
wrong. You're not right, but you're not wrong.
I brought them the warmth of holy embrace.
Good air quotes.
No, he was definitely doing air quotes. I could see it in my head. As it is now
Fucking firebug, man.
around 2, 3 a.m., what would you guys like to do?
So, I want to meet up with everybody first off.
Okay.
I want to go downstairs,
gonna-
like, after, like, 5-10 minutes of writing stuff down and getting his thoughts out on paper. I want him to go downstairs so somebody sees him. That way, like, if they
Possible
do
deniability.
investigate, I can be like, this person saw me here.
The bar keep is there.
He, like, openly waves.
He kind of looks at you bleary-eyed a little bit. And this is, like, you see like a little like, was he here earlier? Not him. It's fine. It's, and like goes back to like semi napping in the corner.
He's like, job achieved. He goes and sits in front of the fire.
So, about the time he would be coming downstairs,
and you walk
would
in to
be-
see him sitting at the fire. Yes.
yeah, like 5 minutes later, we'd be walking in the front door probably.
Yeah, roughly.
So, where the hell is my token? I'm the only one that wasn't on this map.
Because you were never on this map.
He was at one
True.
point. I don't know where
Do
he
I
went.
click
though.
the plus? Okay.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna come in. I'm gonna be like, hey, Rick, glad you made it back here already.
The owl's head, like, turns. His body doesn't turn at all. The head just rotates. And you see, like, surprise over his face to recognize Belinus. And then, like, confusion at your words of, like, glad you made it back here, okay? And he, like, gently gives, like, a small tentative wave. It's like, what?
I'm gonna be like, or as I come in, I'm gonna go up to the barkeep and be like, "Yeah, I had to make a run to the fuck, what was it? The monastery.
That's
Forgot what the name of my own place was."
plausible deniability. Yeah.
Doesn't even know
Um,
himself.
we-
That's real plausible.
Could we go ahead and get some breakfast? I'm gonna
I
put a coin on the table.
about to face.
What?
You what?
We seem to be announcing things, so Buck will just say, I butt to face.
Belinus is gonna be confused because he didn't even know you
Butt-a-face.
took it. Because you're still carrying it, aren't you?
You're still.
I'm sure Belinus hasn't even noticed you've had this fucking thing. And it's
This
just
is
looking at it
when-
like, what the fuck?
This is when
Bucket's
Ryok
not
puts
even
two and two
sure why
together,
he
having
has to
seen the vase, and then realizing.
It's a pretty nice vase. It's like got like gold calligraphy in it and stuff. It's nice.
Okay, anyway, beyond that, can we get some breakfast?
The barkeep kind of looks at you, and he's like, "Sure, early start today." Like, awkwardly, like, goes into the kitchen.
Oh, you know,
And we're leaving the
you know
country.
you know the worship of Palor. We're up before the sun, that way we can see it come up.
He just kind of like grunts back to you, just, like
Horny
clearly was.
fuckers.
Yeah. He comes back a couple minutes later with a plate for each of you.
Alright. Well, we're
and-
gonna. I'm
So
gonna
how
take mine up
long
to my room.
How long exactly was Ryok in that cage? Is it like a day?
It was.
Do you have that time frame?
Roughly 10 hours ish.
Yeah, I was about to say we sold you
Because
at
they
like
sold
morning.
you- yeah, they sold you like mid morning, afternoon, and then bought all the supplies, went back to the tavern, took a rest.
No, it'd be about 14 hours.
Yeah, so it'd be about 14.
Okay, yeah,
14,
he
somewhere in
absolutely
there.
downs whatever's on that plate.
Bucket is tired enough that he
It's
is
okay. It's not great, but
not
it's okay.
arguing about cooking.
It's for
Fuck.
where he's at.
Wait,
It's pretty
why is
damn good.
why is Bucket tired? We've been awake for like an hour.
He's mentally exhausted.
He did.
The
You didn't
adrenaline
fight.
is calling
You
off.
didn't fight the fire, man. You don't know what it's like. Homie was over there taking buckets of water.
Homie was beating owls.
All right, so I'm going to go up to my room and eat my meal up there. If y'all would like to join me.
Ryok looks up,
I'd
having
like to
like,
do.
by the time Eve announced that, the food is basically gone. Like, damn near swallowed whole. Like,
Blaze is just gonna look at the
absolutely
plate.
downed.
Blaze is gonna look at the plate and look at Rhea and be like, "Hey, we may need one more plate."
Uh-huh. Gets up, goes back in. You hear him whisper under his breath, "Fucking morning people."
Ryok kind of looks up at Belinus though as he realizes he's completely down the plate and goes, "Oh, I'll come up in a minute."
Yeah, we're gonna go up and we're gonna wait in the room for everyone to get there.
Yeah, a couple minutes later, he gives you another fresh plate of food.
I'll take that upstairs to wherever the others are staying.
I don't even remember which room was which, but essentially,
Well, Bucket's in his room and hasn't left it all night, apparently.
It's
So,
It's
just-
true.
Yeah.
Whoever's room this is has a table.
Okay, this is Ryok's room.
There we go.
Ryok like wanders in like a minute or two later with like a plate of food.
So,
Sit on your bed.
it comes to me that we may or may not have forgotten about the painting, or well, at least I did. And we
I-
may or may not have to leave sooner than later.
Ryok like looks up
Ryok,
at
can you
Bell.
can you roll me a history check while he's talking about that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely, dude. 12. What a roll today.
Okay.
How many fucking 12s
I'm
are
sorry.
you rolling?
I've only rolled 12s outside of my saves. 3 different skills I've gotten 12s on. Do I remember that which I have attempted to remember?
You guys can keep talking.
Oh, that means the
So,
DM's doing shit. Holy fuck.
It occurs to me that the sense of adventure had gotten the better of me a little bit there, and I forgot the mission while we were going on it. But the
So, was
the
Nothing
noble
shows up.
should be happy because if his reputation is ruined, well, so is their business.
this is an equal exchange.
We may not get paid for that job, but on the plus side,
We got paid
we
for
still
the
have a
druid.
little. We still have a little bit of money left. Bucket, how much money do you have?
What do you want to know?
Out of the 2,000 that we got, I'm trying to see how much money we have for travel expenses because we may need to go.
Buckets has enough.
Oh. Ryok like
well-
thinks for a moment as like you guys are talking goes I think I burned one of the paintings, but also wasn't there a guard taking shit from the area where the paintings were?
I didn't see anything.
I thought I remember
I was on the
seeing
roof.
someone. Wait, if you were on the roof, the fire, was that you?
I figured that would have been obvious.
Ryok's like wide-eyed. Looking at you
Yeah.
like full like marble circle eyes. You know what they do? Like the
He was the one at the door. I'm going to point to Bucket. I'm going to be like, he was the one at the door. I was the one that jumped in from the roof. Did you not recognize us? Was our disguise kits that good? And I'm going to look at Bucket.
I'm
I
gonna give
only-
you a knowing nod.
I
Oh,
I thought you guys had left.
no, we were coming back to get you.
I didn't realize those people were you.
We couldn't leave you behind. Look, just because we got the money doesn't mean we were gonna just leave you. We had to just wait till nightfall.
Puppy dog eyes. Friends.
And the annoyance of the guards not letting us in the room, I kind of blew up the room. Because one way or another, we were getting to that cage.
We probably shouldn't tell people about this.
We're not going to. It's all right.
I've already told
It's
3
fine.
people.
Outside of the 2 of us, are you counting yourself as a third?
No, because they're gonna look at you guys as if you stole me back.
They don't need to know.
I'm free of
That's why we need
blame.
to leave.
Just
And besides, now they're gonna think it's someone else. Hopefully. Probably.
hopefully. But should we are we just gonna leave? Should we go look for the painting? Are we
It's reasonable to say that it's gone.
You said one of the guards was taking it.
I said I remember
Did you-
seeing, or I could have sworn seeing one of the guards putting shit in a bag.
Out of everything in that warehouse, everything that was magical that we saw, why would a guard take a stupid painting of a noble that was used for blackmail that was half the value of some of the stuff we saw?
Unless they weren't a guard, maybe?
Maybe, but how long would they have had to have been there to have had the trust of all those other guards? Because those other guards were, it looked
mean-
like they knew each other pretty well.
That's
React just,
also
like, looks
assuming
back
that
at
your
Bugger.
assumption on how much that painting is worth is correct.
True, but still. Melinus doesn't know anything about this, so he's just gonna think it's like
I mean,
some
we
shitty painting that's being used for blackmail and that's it.
we have like 3 options, right? We either just leave and try never to come back here. We attempt to go find the painting. Or we go murder the noble so the painting has no value.
Well, that third option got dark.
That's
And
is technically option, and Ryuk like holds up his hands. Like,
while I will agree that Noble does not exactly excite me that he's still breathing, it's kind of wrong that we just go kill him unless we actually found out he's done something horribly wrong.
I agree.
Ryuk like sits there in silence.
Bucket, are
Yes,
you
he has no
agreeing that we
counter
need to
to that.
find out that he's done something wrong, or agree that it's horrible?
It's,
I am concerned about your answer, and need to know.
I agree that we shouldn't kill him unless we do find out he has done something horrible. In which case, we should show him no mercy.
Agreed.
So just to be clear, he's advocating for both. Is exactly what he's just said. He said, no, we shouldn't kill an innocent person, but if we had the evidence, my hands are tied.
It is as the voices say in my head.
Okay. I forgot what the fuck we even told.
So are we gonna
Uh,
burn down the
the
noble's
hermit.
house too? Is this how the adventure is gonna go? And he like
Melinus is
looks
just
up
gonna
at
point it.
Melinus.
Melinus is gonna point at you and be like, "Don't tempt me." That
Puppy
one's
dog
not as
eyes.
evil as just straight out killing him. But don't tempt me. What did we tell the hermit? What we were gonna do? We told him we were gonna head out soon, right?
We told him we were gonna go look at the shipping thing.
We should probably head to his place.
And then fucking leave.
Yeah, we should probably head to his place. Oh wait, no, we did tell him we were gonna leave. So yeah, let's just leave.
He said we could find him in any of the towns, I guess.
Why do I have the strangest feeling that every one of these towns are going to have a circle and a random house that appears inside of said circle?
I mean, you why does that surprise you?
Why? No, like, why
You
does it
you
not surprise
melted
me
a
to think about that?
warehouse to open a cage. Like Ryaka's genuinely concerned.
I'm talking about the hermit's moving house, not our fucking arson case.
But like it's to Ryak, it's like the houses are not like moving, they're just like there. Like there's a spot for each one, like multiple entrances kind of thing. And so he's looking at you going like, why does that surprise you? You melted a warehouse, dude.
Technically, I didn't melt it, alright? We just opened it.
Shall I look back at the ingredients here? I see a word thermite quite frequently.
That's not what happened on the roof.
Don't forget the dragon's breath that you guys unleashed.
Yeah, the thermite was to set a fire. What happened on the roof was raw black powder. There's a difference.
Ryak looks up at you. Raw
It was a
black
whole keg of it.
powder. A whole keg.
Yeah. Yeah.
None went to
I was
waste.
annoyed.
What's wrong with you?
Those guards were wrong with me.
Oh, if the King's Guard catches me again. And you see
Ah,
him
don't
like,
worry about
put
it.
his hands up to his face.
We'll be out of here in no time. So yeah, I think that come nice 5 a.m. like 5:30 as the sun is coming up, we're gonna head out. That's my opinion. Ryak, Bucket, any objections to getting the fuck out of here?
You see Ryak like shake his head no. And like continually look over his feathers as if he's expecting something to happen. Have they like returned to normal?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That effect only
Okay.
lasted for 10 minutes.
Okay, so it ended when the effect ended. Okay.
Correct. They returned back to normal after that.
He kind of looks
Well,
as if expecting it to
they're
happen
normal.
again, but it just kind of looks normal to him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Linus isn't gonna bring that up until we're on the road. So yeah, we're good to leave at like 5 a.m. So
Yep,
in like 3 hours. Huh.
You guys wait for around 5:30 and wait for the sun to come up. Are you just trying to leave, or are you trying to get horses? Are you trying to get a carriage instead of
I figured
3
we get to the.
horses?
I figured we get to the edge of the city and just try and get a carriage out.
Okay.
Or
you head to basically the gate in the area where you can find.
Wait, where the
different
fuck is
things.
Ben?
Shapiro?
No, I want the child.
oh yeah, we have. I forgot about that.
I want my apprentice. Where is he? I like stop halfway through and I'm like, I have to go get him.
That is something we have to do. I completely forgot about that.
Okay.
So we're gonna go back
I'm
into
gonna go
town.
kidnap- Not only are they gonna commit arson, I'm gonna kidnap a child.
Nice.
Oh, he was coming with us anyway. I thought he agreed to this.
If we ever asked him.
No, you did not.
Why are we filing felonies?
It's not my fault you melted a warehouse.
All is
It
in
was
favor
an
of
Made out of
Pella.
kindling. They were asking for it.
We wouldn't be banned in the Geneva Convention if you hadn't done this.
No one died. It's fine.
We know of.
Sorry. It just had something in my throat. I think it was the last gargling of a dead soldier.
Yeah, it was like.
Nah, I'm pretty sure they all got out.
I guess we will find out whether or not you find out. So you guys are actually going for Ben?
Yeah, I want to have
Why-
him on the journey. Why am I the fuck in the middle of the lake?
No idea. You guys go
Where the
How
fuck were
would
we
you
even
like-
traveling?
to South Warren.
Oh,
Well,
okay. Yeah.
technically, I think your plans were to head towards Illyri
Yeah.
because of your visions.
So to do that, we'd go through South Warren, though.
Correct.
Okay. Anyway, how would we like to do what? Sorry. Get the child?
We want to convince the child to come with us.
Yeah. How would you like to go about doing that?
Ryok just like looks up at Belinus.
What?
Please.
I never said no. Are you trying to get me to convince him as well?
You could talk to the woman. Get her okay with it.
I can talk to the woman, but you have to convince the child.
I will try and convince the child.
Okay. So we get there. I'm going to knock on the door to the lady's house.
We're here to draft your son for an adventure.
Who would like to roll a d20?
I'm knocking on the door, so I guess me.
Okay.
8.
You knock on the door. No one answers right away. Wait a minute. You hear a noise inside. And Ben opens the door and looks at you guys.
Greg like happily waves.
He like smiles and waves back to you. He's like, yeah. What can what can I promised my mom I wouldn't be like running off or anything, or my grandma, I guess. I mean, like you see him like start to cry a little bit.
Fuck it, bad.
Well, if you want it,
And he's like, my grandma, I told my grandma that I wouldn't run off today and that I'd be good and stay inside.
I
What-
wouldn't run off
Where
today.
is your
Oh, you
grandmother?
poor thing.
She's at work. She works
Where
in the
does
fields.
she work? In the fields.
She works in the rice paddies.
What fields?
She works in the rice fatty fields.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was a fucking joke, Johan.
Too late. Shouldn't have made it.
It's
Literally changing it in the lore.
You know where they are. We wanted to talk to her.
We wanted you
And,
to come on an adventure with us.
An adventure? He kind of like looks up and like gets these big eyes.
Oh, wait. How old is this child?
No one ever asked.
No one cares.
How old does this child appear to be?
Maybe like 10,
Oh my fucking god.
10 or 11.
Rock looks up at Belinus. Please.
Can we keep him?
Belinus is, after a heavy sigh, just gonna be like, we need to go speak with the grandmother first. Find out if the child even wants to go on an adventure or wants to become your apprentice in the first place.
Do you want to go on an adventure?
Don't
And-
make it
and
sound like that.
And of course I want to go on an adventure.
Yeah, of
reading
course he wants
books,
to. With
the books I read about adventures, I get lost in them all the time. He's got these big eyes looking between
Rock, like, claps
Belinus
his, like,
and
claws together.
you just see Belinus glaring down at
See, look, he
Riok.
looks at Belinus and like gestures, and he's like, he clearly wants to.
Does the child even have any talent to become an adventurer?
Did you have any talent when you started?
Yes.
he definitely didn't die like 4 times in 2 days.
Yes, I did. In fact, the talent was so great that they sent me to the monastery so I would stop.
I think that was because of other reasons. And he like pokes his cheek. Like in Firebug.
At what age did you become a druid?
Rack actually looks up. I don't remember. I genuinely don't know.
I would ask Bucket what age he became a pirate, but honestly, I don't want to know the answer to that one. All right, we gotta go to the rice
Looks over
fields.
at Ben's and he's like, "Are you willing to learn? If like we tried to teach you like some stuff."
I can learn things. I'm
And Riot, like,
I'm pretty good
collapses.
with my numbers and letters.
Riak like claps his claws together and again gestures to Belinus and goes, "Clearly he's got the skills."
Ben, can you show us where your grandmother works?
Well, I told her I wouldn't like run off today. I don't think that taking you guys to her would. I don't think she'd consider that running off. So I'm sure it's fine.
Okay.
Yay! Forcing the party into situation. Yes.
I'm gonna look at Riok and be like, I hope he becomes a wizard.
He takes you outside of the towards the outside of the city, where the fields are. The fields are basically along the outside of the wall.
I love the little designs that are in like every map that Bucket has drawn.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
No.
that
How
was
could
not
you do this?
that.
You absolute
that was-
monster of a DM.
I'm sorry.
What? Why?
Unplayable.
What was
I'm
wrong
gonna
with the?
meta bomb the shit out of this.
On God, it was not on purpose.
Sure.
I just have
Gonna
to be
get you
very
canceled
careful.
on X.
Oh no. The horror.
The horror.
He takes you out and you find his grandmother
Behind the building and shoots you.
and and you manage to find her working in the fields. She kind of like stares up at you, sees her grandson
gonna-
with you, and gives a. She looks at him with like a. Didn't I tell you to stay inside today kind of look? And he just like shrinks back a little bit into like Rayok's shadow.
I'm gonna try and like wave her over and everything, just to let her know that we wanted to talk to her. It's fine. He was showing us where you were. Because
React
well,
looks up at
first
Bellina.
off, we have something we wanted to talk about.
Oh. She kind of
Yeah,
looks between you guys.
Ryok here wants to take Ben as an apprentice. Ben already has a knack for adventuring, and Ryok figured we could train him and help him out. And you had brought up at the monastery that you didn't have the means to take care of him or the ability with how much you were working and everything. We figured we would help out.
React like puppy dog eyes this woman.
We were
And
chatting.
then there's that.
Absolutely marble eyes.
Ryok is a druid and would be able to teach him the ways of druid or of being a druid. And we would be able to take care of him as well.
Well, she kind of like looks between you guys. Go ahead and roll a persuasion.
Why did it have to be so good?
Yes. Fuck yes.
She looks at you and she's like, "Well, and she looks at you, Ryok, and says, "You'll make sure that he stays out of trouble, and you'll teach him how to
Whatever he wants to know. And I
how
promise
about
I'll take
whatever
care of him.
keeps him safe?"
I can do that.
Uh,
React
Magic
is
keeps
like
him safe,
super
right?
happy.
You just hear Belinus like quickly mumble, "Magic keeps him safe, right?"
and he like bursts forward or whatever, and like basically like tackle hugs her or whatever. And
bring him home if he wants to come home too.
We do know of a certain mansion that moves. Be a quick way back. Hopefully.
Do you say that out loud? Like, so she can hear you?
I did it the hopefully part, no.
But the rest of it?
Yeah.
She looks up at you with a very weary, no longer sure of this arrangement look.
Oh yeah, we were confused about it as well, but the hermit is interesting.
You guys are friends with the hermit.
Friends
Not
is
necessarily
a
friends.
stretch.
More like he told us what we needed to know about a certain like couple of things, like my dog, as they keep calling it.
We don't really regularly have contact with him.
He's more like a point of contact.
Oh. Okay. She does not look convinced
Reassured.
or reassured.
So she does not like the hermit.
Rock just glares up at Belinus.
That's not my fault. I didn't know she didn't like the hermit.
They share some more hugs and kind of talk to each other underneath their breaths. And she says, when do you plan to leave?
Hopefully today.
Today?
We could be convinced to wait a day or so.
Yeah, I can stay in the monastery.
Well, if you could stay, then we could, you know, I could do like a semi like sending off dinner tonight. For him.
Rock like
and-
claps his claws together and looks up at Belinus, absolutely delighted.
This is just like smiling, but you can tell there's something underneath the smile.
There it is.
And then, you know, if you guys want to leave first thing in the morning, that would probably be a little better. You know, get a good night's rest before heading off on the road.
I can
Yeah,
help
that
cook
would-
if you need herbs or stuff. I can grow plants.
Bucket's a fantastic cook, and we could use that recipe on the road.
I don't share recipes. I
Talking
share
about
meals,
her
not recipes.
recipe. Talking about her recipe.
Oh,
You could learn it.
I would like to see it.
Certainly. Why don't you guys come by around like 5:30 or 6, and we can start making it then. Should only take an hour or so, maybe a little less.
Oh, that would be perfect. And Riot can show you some of his druid craft as well.
Rock like gleams happily.
He can turn into a bird.
I am a bird.
He can turn into a slightly smaller bird.
I burp and I turn my head entirely. Like once again, the head just turns to look at Bucket.
Wait, so you are normally bird? You don't turn into bird?
I can turn into bird, but I am normally bird.
You aren't druided shaped now. This is how you always are.
As far as I know, yes.
Plot twist.
Plot twist, I'm not wild shaped.
I've never encountered a bird of your size that was intelligent.
I mean, that's probably fair. I haven't seen too many people that look like me. But I am here. This is me.
I've always assumed you were shape-shifted into
No, the
Because
shapeshifting can
you're
only be done for a certain
generally
amount of time.
you.
The shapeshifting only lasts for so long.
I
So I
mean, to
can't
be
keep it
fair,
up
we haven't
permanently.
really spent a full day with each other since we've met.
Well, I don't even mean that. Like, wild shape, I think, lasts for like an hour at most.
Generally speaking, yes.
Bucket's sense of time isn't the best, as we've learned.
What day is it?
All right, so let's get to it. I guess we are finding something to do until 5 or 6 p.m. I want to go look up dirt on that noble.
we like walk off first.
Yeah.
Just like walking off, talking to her, like behind her.
I like turn around and I wave at Ben.
Can we walk him back to his house?
Are you
Look, if we're gonna
asking
go
me?
inland, should we go see the ocean?
I feel
Has
like we
been a
should
long
walk Ben
time.
back to his house.
Beach day!
I mean, we could
Beach
take Ben back
episode.
first.
Beach
We can-
episode!
Yeah, let's take Ben back to his house, and then we'll choose where to go, like the beach or somewhere to dig up dirt on a noble.
Would you like us to take your grandson back to your house?
To the beach.
That would be wonderful if you took him back to the house.
Oh, I
We
like
will.
gesture with like a big beckon for Ben.
Ben excitedly runs up to join you guys. And as you guys are walking away, he like leans over to you and he's like, "Are we actually going back to the house?"
Yes.
Yes.
He kind of gets like a
Just-
sad face.
For
Just for today.
now. For now.
You'll be
I
able to
should-
join us tomorrow.
I should probably pack anyway.
Pack light. We're not gonna have a whole lot of lugging stuff. So
But do bring extra shoes.
I just pulling this in the background and some extra socks, no reason.
it's just don't let the firebug get a hold of them, TM.
We don't need child-size socks. We need adult-size socks, though.
I mean, I don't know what thermite you make, dude. I'm not judging.
Yeah, not all thermite's the same.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Are
don't need a
judging
big
the
one.
thermite based on its size? Like, come on, man. You learned this lesson.
Look. You gotta make sure to have the larger container, though, because you can always tie it down to a smaller size. You can't make the smaller container a larger container.
Tie two small containers to each other.
Yeah.
That's no
Are you
fun.
sizist? Just because you're a size queen doesn't mean the rest of us have to be.
There's a frog screaming outside my window.
Anyway, so we drop Ben back off at his house.
Where would you like to go from there?
Are we going to the beach? Is that what you're wanting to do?
I mean, I kind of want to just go see the ocean and wander around the city and see what, like, fucking shit gets up to. If we want to go see the noble, like, I'm okay with that too.
See, the
As a
problem
matter
I
of
have with
the
seeing
ocean-
the noble is we don't have the painting.
As a matter of the
And on
ocean,
top
I'd
of
rather
that,
like
that-
to return.
We do have option 3.
If we find dirt on the noble,
I mean, that's not a prerequisite per se.
I am not adding murder to the amount of stuff we have already done.
You murdered like 4 guards.
We didn't murder any guards.
You
You don't
set
know
the
that.
building on top of them on fire and threw bombs at them. How is that not murdering guards?
It wasn't bombs. I just threw a flask of oil at one and he moved. Besides, he shot at me, though. It was self-defense. I like how there was no question to that.
I'm just waiting to
Like-
see where you all gonna decide to go. I'm curious.
I guess we're just walking around the town. And, are we going back to the Noble, Ryok?
Do you?
We're going to the beach.
What do you want to do, Belinus?
Bella wants to leave.
Well, we can't leave, Belinus.
We picked up a
The bucket
child,
wants to go to the
Belinus.
beach.
We have
Bella
have a
doesn't
friend.
want
We
to
are-
be here anymore.
We are with child,
we
Belinus.
are with. We've become a family.
Alright, fuck it. I'm going to the beach. Fuck you guys.
Fuck it, we're going to the beach. We
Okay,
just follow.
so
Why is
the-
the pirate the one that's like, we're going to the beach, fuck you guys?
the beach. To go to the beach, you would have to pass the docks from where
For
you
fuck's
are.
sake.
Do you want to take the long route, or do you want to take
No.
the route that takes you by the building you previously
We're taking-
the night?
We're taking the very long route.
Okay.
Scared, are you?
No, I don't want the dock workers to see the bird that we sold to them back with us.
It can fly. Good, Potter.
I also
You-
can Ryok can kind of hide the elements in his feathers if he bunches up his wings and such. So it's not as easy to identify that he's the unstable or
Right.
unstable owl that
Yeah,
was sold.
so-
He kind of can just
so
look like a
he's
snowy
just
owl.
the other massive snowy owl that definitely wasn't sold to them.
Yeah. See, that's way more doable from a persuasion standpoint.
Well, we'll still avoid the docks. That way we don't have to try and convince them that we somehow got another owl. Unless they find us out there.
I mean, you don't know. Maybe I have a twin.
Speaking of which, is anyone
Decided to
keeping
party with us.
is anyone keeping an eye out to see if you're being watched?
I have been keeping an eye out since last night.
Ryok has been listening, but not necessarily watching because his hearing is far better than his sight.
Perception checks then. For anyone who is keeping an eye out for things like that.
Oh,
18.
7.
Look at his comp.
The owl is clearly too excited about having a friend.
You guys don't see anything or check anyone who's following you. And you head to the beach.
What's the beach look like?
So the beach here, because of where Avim Point is, and it's on a point, it more so, it's probably the highest area that, or the most water you can see from any point, within Ishgar. So it is just a yeah, home for some. It is there's quite a few waves, as it is. There's nothing to really superbly stop the waves from crashing in. The water itself is very blue.
Is it like Kool-Aid blue or is it like opaque blue? Like how? What type of blue are we talking? Are we
it's-
talking like Is it like translucent blue? Is it opaque blue? Can we see through it? Come on, give me a description.
It is opaque. The farther out you look, it more so gets like looking in a mirror of what the sky is. Very kind of glossy in nature in that regard, of like being able to see like a perfect reflection of what's above it. Until the waves start to come in, and it gets, well, more wavy and less flat. Does obviously have that shimmer effect on it, as it is, not completely fat here. There are some ships off in the distance that you can see, that are probably either coming into port or some leaving to go up the coast. Plenty of kids running around on the beach. There are some what most would consider lifeguards, as it is ocean. And so they at least try to have some people to keep an eye on kids.
Can I like wander up to
The
where the water is
sand-
just like lapping against the shore?
The sand itself is very shelly. It's a very like coarse sand with a lot of shells in it. And yes, you may.
Is the water cold or warm
It
when I like walk into it?
It is actually very cool here. Not so much, not like super cold, like you would like recoil from it. But it is very cool. And feels very nice on the skin.
Guys, the water's fine.
Shark.
Wait,
Start.
The bird just gets like ripped in half.
All right, we need another new Alan.
Oh, another one.
You guys know where you can buy one of those?
Maybe if the warehouse wasn't burned down.
I know a wonderful trader that sells them.
We got Greg. We know a man, don't you worry.
Wait, was his name actually Greg?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Greg. Greg
Another
the
one of
shady trader.
Was he another one of the clones?
Oh.
Oh god, I completely forgot his name was Greg, and now we have the first descendant in Greg.
Greg.
Oh god. Anyway,
I call this one Greg.
we're just gonna have like a recurring boss of Greg.
Greg is gonna be that NPC that we can't get rid of.
I'm pretty sure that's Ben now.
No, Ben is the like friend. I'm talking like the the like NPC that we don't necessarily care for, but we now have to put up with because we can't get rid of him. Greg
Every
fills
town.
that spot. I feel like every town we're gonna find Greg.
He's gonna be in the fucking. He's gonna be the manager of the like trading
I
warehouse
feel-
in every
I-
single town because he keeps getting
feel-
fired.
I feel like the King Sword are that role for you.
Well, the King's Sword are a hard five for that place.
That's a whole bunch of NPCs. That's a group.
Yeah, that's a group.
That's like a gang. Whereas Greg is forever.
Forever Greg.
Greg is eternal. All hail Greg. And like, as in all honesty, as I'm like in the water, can I like wash off some of the feathers and like dust and dirt and maybe like, I don't know, ash from
Absolutely you can. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves, and I will be back in just a minute.
Linus
Okay.
is just gonna relax while keeping a watchful eye out for would-be ne'er-do-wells. Ne'er-do-wells.
Belladis, you gotta get in the water.
I'm good right now.
Bucket is in the water.
Does your son not like it?
No, well, it's more along the lines of I don't like it. I'm good over here.
React just like glares. Remind me to get a bucket.
What was
He's
that?
right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get an actual bucket though.
I mean, Bucket has a bucket or a vase.
Can I have a bucket?
Sure. I'll hand you one bucket.
He like takes it in his hands and fills it up with water and begins walking towards Belinus.
Bellis isn't too worried about water. It's being in open water.
That's fine. But I love this Greg thing.
Gonna be the new church that rivals Paylor, the Church of Greg.
The Church of Greg. He's gonna
Greg
be like
is
the head
eternal.
of some fucking cult. He's gonna get so upset with this trading consortium going down that the family's gonna like exile him, and he's gonna start making like a cult to basically like rival them, and he's gonna become like this super uber bad guy.
I don't know why I was just thinking more along the lines of like he's everywhere and people have just started worshiping him without him even knowing about it.
He's like conjured a light, and people have assumed he's a deity.
Yeah. He doesn't even know that people are worshiping him. He's just become this deity that's like the Church of Greg.
It's just, dude, if you go to this merchant, you get to see Greg, the Lord and Savior Greg.
The company can't fire him specifically because he keeps bringing in so much business because people are just coming to see him.
He's the god of fire.
He is the god of merchants.
I love that, like, the gods will have these, like, fucking unique names. And then there'll just be that one deity that's like, I'm Greg.
I was a human once, and they all just started worshiping me for some reason.
I ascended off faith alone.
I came into work, and my warehouse was on fire, and then I went to a new warehouse, and then I went to a new one, and all of a sudden people just started thinking I was everywhere at once.
By the way, since you're back, Johan, I'm gonna dump this bucket of water that I got from this bucket on Belinus.
Just because I didn't want to get in the water.
He wouldn't get in the water, so I asked Bucket for a bucket, filled the bucket with water, and I'm now gonna pour the bucket on him.
Well, just gonna fucking let it happen and be like, oh, okay. Why, thank you.
He's then gonna walk back into the water and hand the bucket back to Bucket.
It's warm, I guess, and that is cold. Very, very cold.
Look, you smell like fucking ash, man.
Yeah, true. We probably do.
We haven't showered or anything.
And you're his Pokemon. He's gonna catch them all.
Choose you. Wait, it would be a hoot hoot, wouldn't it?
I would kind of
Maybe a
be.
Noctowl.
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe a
Noctowl.
Noctowl, yeah.
Knocked out. Use flamethrower.
Noctowl became the flamethrower.
Actually, probably more like Frost Owl.
Oh fuck. All right. So while we're on this beach, does anything happen?
We
You
have
get a bucket
fun,
of water on your head.
okay?
They're having fun. I am staying vigilant and watching around. I'm like kind of
That's not why
sitting
you
down
come
and
to a
relaxing,
beach.
but I am also like actively watching people.
Yeah, Ryuk has like completely washed all of his feathers at this point, so he looks back to normal-ish. Cricket noises.
You may have to refresh because the thing died.
Yeah, I did have to refresh.
But no, you get a bucket of water over your head.
Oh
You
yeah,
guys
by the
have-
way, I give Bucket back his bucket. You can have your bucket back.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Bucket
letting me
trash
use it, sir.
bucket.
Does anyone else wish to do anything while you are at the beach?
I am going to dig for clams while we're at the beach because I can make a nice meal with those.
Can I look for like a nice shell or like one that could be considered like a souvenir shell?
Sure.
Do I need to like roll for that or?
How nice of a shell you looking for?
I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll take perfect if I can find it, but like I just want one that's like shiny and not really chipped.
Okay, then roll a investigation. Actually,
Infestation.
perception. I lied.
Oh, perception.
Yeah, you can re-roll.
That's
it's
way
fine.
better. 13.
You found a pretty good shell.
Yeah, yeah,
no
I'm
blemishes
gonna
or anything.
like pocket it and just keep it as a souvenir.
Bucket, you find. Go ahead and roll a perception as well. I don't think you rolled one.
Alright,
Or
we're
an
gonna-
Would that be
investigation.
perception or survival? Since he's looking for food.
Actually, that's a great question. It would probably be. It would
Can I do investigation?
probably be investigation, to be honest. I'd probably say an investigation or nature, which is the same for you anyway, so.
Well, yeah. No, investigation I get +2. Nature I just get -1. Sorry.
Oh, because you have a
Low wisdom stat.
proficiency. Investigation. Those are both int stats.
Oh, my mistake. Apparently, I'm dumb enough. I think to wisdom.
Anyway.
Why not just get a deck save roll from Ryuk as a 3? Just
I
pop up on
guess.
my screen.
I don't know. Was that
That was like-
that was like
That was
2
like
hours
2
ago,
hours
man.
ago.
D&D Beyond is fucking wild. All right.
I can't wait till we move to Foundry.
You actually don't find any clams here.
This is gonna frustrate me incredibly. Like, no clams, no mussels, no scallops or anything of the sort.
You could probably
bivalves?
find. You could probably find a couple mussels, but you get the idea that with the amount of people that are on this beach every day, that it's either usually like picked clean, or doesn't superbly have those things because of the immense amount of people that go out on this beach. As it
People
is a
pick
port
this
town.
place clean. you aren't having a nice souffle.
Wait. I just noticed something. And Johan,
that?
did you mess with my character sheet at all?
I may have.
Because a certain item in my inventory is now green and italicized.
I have no idea what you're talking about, officer.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about, officer.
Because I know I did not type that in like that.
What are you talking about?
Can we?
I don't see anything weird here.
Rock will come out of the water, by the way, and walk up to Belinus and be like, by the way, can we get rid of these direwolf ears?
Oh shit, we're supposed to go turn those in.
Can
You went to the monastery and you didn't turn in the ears?
We didn't get the quest from the monastery.
I thought we did.
No, we got it
these
from the
places
guard
are-
station.
All these buildings look the same.
like,
Do you
Like,
want to
fucking-
go to the guard station?
do we?
Fuck it, we gotta get paid.
I probably shouldn't go,
No, you shouldn't.
but like, I'll give the direwolf ears, the like 6 pairs of ears, to Belinus.
I'm fucking hesitant on throwing these into the bag of holding.
Mm.
And I'm going to pocket them instead.
I have removed them from my inventory.
I will add them to mine.
Give
Because
them
I-
to you.
What's
Take the ears.
what? What does that look like? Can you tell me? Like, what do you?
He like pulls out several. It almost looks like a bundle of fur. That's like matted and like has like dried blood. And like it really doesn't smell great. And the ears are kind of squishy.
They're not rotted, at least.
No, they're not rotted, but
They are 2
they
days
are
old.
definitely. Yeah, they're 2 days old, but I don't think they'd rot yet. Rigor mortis might have set in. But I don't know if rigor mortis sets in for body parts that are not part of a body.
Villainous, what do you
They
do
don't.
when he
They
gives
don't.
them to you?
I figured they would have been in a pouch, but if they're not, I'm just gonna put them in my old pouch.
Yeah, no, they're not in a pouch. They were just kind of in the bag in mass.
Yeah, I just put them in my bag.
Okay. Do you go to put them in your bag of holding and then switch, or do you just put them in the bag?
I'm just gonna put them in the normal bag.
Okay.
Put the ears in the bag and no one gets hurt.
There's the specific reason I'm putting them in the normal bag, because this green italicized item wasn't originally supposed to be mine, remember? There was a certain someone I was gonna give it to.
Anyway.
I'm gonna, like, as I go to put them in my bag, I'm gonna remember the bag of holding, though. I'm gonna be like, hey, Bucket, I just remembered I had something for you from, our shopping trip the other day. I bought this, and I figured you would like it, out of all of us. I'm gonna hand him the bag of holding.
I'm gonna message you something real quick.
Thank you. Does this keep things inside it refrigerated or heated?
Wait, are you messaging me, or are you messaging, Day?
You.
Okay. Okay then. So he goes to grab the bag of holding and he reaches to his left side and it's not there. And he looks around and he kind of pats at his belt. And he realizes it's on the right side and he's like, oh, I don't ever keep my bag on that side. Yeah, whatever. And he unties it and he hands it over to Bucket.
Does it keep things inside refrigerated or at heated if they should be?
I don't know how that works. I didn't ask. We can always test it.
Bolanus, will you roll me a d20?
15.
Okay.
I don't know what worries me more, the random, hey, roll a d20 or the, okay, at the end of it. Anyway, beyond that, beyond the wonderful part of anxiety now, I'm going to give that over to him. And so I need to take this out of my inventory. Or Johan, do you want to do this to fix it in his inventory now?
Yeah, I'll put it in your inventory. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
In my backpack. Oh, by the way, the stuff that is in the bag of holding is do I even send him the You can see what's in it, right? Johan?
Yes, he needs to add that to his inventory though. Bucket, if you refresh your inventory, you will see the item in your inventory.
Okay, let me refresh. F5.
I'll send you a message.
And that burger really tasted like lighter fluid. Oh, I really like how it's just called that.
Right?
Is this like sewn onto the outside or on a little tag on the thing?
No, as far as it's just a bag of holding.
Cool.
Oh, it is lighting in gems and stuff. It looks really
Yes.
pretty.
It is very pretty.
It looks like a very well done bag of holding from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
We got a good deal on it, by the way. He sold it to us for normally they're like 500 gold. He sold it to us for like 200, I think it was. Said it got returned for some reason.
Odd.
Yeah, no, it was pretty odd, but you know what? We got a good deal on it.
Is that the decorations on it are a bit too gaudy. If anyone sees
Possibly.
this, they're 100% going to steal it.
He didn't
My
really tell
guess
me
is
much
that
of the complaints of
It
what
wasn't
was
really
going on with it.
returned, it was stolen and then given to the same merchant. In fact, I think the merchant might be the one who has been selling this and then stealing it. Taking whatever
Well, if
items
that's the
they
case,
put in
watch
it.
out for some. If that's the case, watch out for a gnome.
No.
Yeah, that's who sold it to me. It was. Wow, are pirates racist against gnomes?
Who'd have known?
Who'd have known?
Exactly.
Who'd
Who'd
have
have known?
No way of knowing.
Anyway. But yeah, the wolf ears, I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to actually put them in a sock. Now that I think about it, I'm going to put them into a sock because we have plenty extras. And I'm going to wrap it up and, throw it in the bag. That way they're nice and in there. And
Which bag?
I'm gonna let them know my bag,
Okay.
not the bag of holding, my bag.
Okay.
I'm gonna let them know I'm gonna go to the guard station and turn this in and get our reward money. Are y'all gonna stay at the beach, or what are y'all gonna do?
I can stay here or I can follow at a distance.
I'm
Bucket?
going to continue look for whatever I can cook.
That doesn't tell me if you're gonna follow us and look on the road or on the beach. Or...
I think I'd have more luck on the beach.
Okay, well, you're gonna know where I'm at. Ria, come and get me if anything comes up, please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head off to the guard station.
Okay. I'm gonna
head
go
off.
back and begin neatly stacking shells on the seashore.
You can indeed do that. Wilderness, you head off to the city guard. You get there and it is a maelstrom of activity. People coming in, people going out, guards you've never seen before.
Guards that have never seen me before.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and walk in whenever I get a chance.
Yeah, you are able to do that.
Belinus is not concerned about any of this. Belinus is here to get his money.
Certainly. You walk in. The same like guard that's been there the last couple times is sitting at like the main front desk. And he looks up at you and he's like, "Oh, Belennis, right?
Yeah, that's me. It's good
We're
to
a
see you
little
again. I actually.
crazy today. What can I do for you?"
Oh, we took care of those dire wolves for you. I have the proof.
Oh, awesome. He kind of like he just like hold up the sock.
No, I'm gonna be like rifling through my bag as I say it, like as I'm walking up to him.
Oh, that's great. I'll have to get the captain for that. He, or she, is the one who, checks that.
Okay.
Hands out the money for
As as we're saying that, I'm gonna grab the sock and just kind of hold on to it. Start like unraveling it.
I'm just rolling something real quick. Don't mind me.
Why am I suddenly scared?
Okay. As you are sitting there, you hear a familiar voice as the door to the captain's office is actually ajar today, probably from people coming and going so much. You hear a familiar voice coming from inside, talking to the captain.
Okay. He's curious, but at the same time, I'm not going to worry about it because I need to not draw suspicion to myself.
Okay.
Eavesdrop, eavesdrop, eavesdrop.
Can I roll perception to see what I can hear, or see if I can hear what they're saying?
You can most certainly roll perception to not only see or hear what they're saying, but to try to recognize the voices coming from the other room.
Nat 20.
In the office with the captain is Greg,
Oh, okay.
going over his account of the previous night. And also not necessarily demanding, but more like trying to make sure that they're doing everything they can to find who burned their warehouse down.
Linus is literally not even worried about it. Like,
With a 22, you can hear kind of what they're talking about. And you hear the captain ask him if they did any weird deals recently with anyone that could have been the culprit.
Interject now. Interject. Jump in. Stop the conversation.
you really think he's gonna, like, admit to trafficking a fucking exotic creature?
I don't know. Maybe for all we know, the guard is corrupt too.
I want to
You don't
listen
know
to what he
these people?
says, and then after that, I'm gonna determine whether I just walk out the door or not.
You hear him answer back, well, our clients, they have like a certain privacy with us. But we are currently looking into people we have recently done some dealings with, and if that leads to anything, I will definitely inform you. But right now we have our own in-house investigators taking a look at them.
Linus is all of a sudden not as worried.
And the guard in front of you gets up and goes in and says, "Hey, boss, somebody with direwolf ears. Would you get a sec?" She says, "Oh, certainly. If you'll excuse me for just a minute." And she comes out and looks at you, and she's like, "Oh, it's you again. What? You guys were able to go take out some direwolves?"
Yeah, we got 6 of them.
Just like
Linus is gonna be, like, talking and not asserting his voice as loudly, you know? It's just be like, yeah, I got 6 of them here. We went outside outside the town and found them in a cave.
Oh, may I?
The contract called for the pack, and so we got the whole thing. One of them was oddly large.
Oddly like larger than a normal, or like
Larger than the rest. I honestly don't know the size of a normal direwolf, so this one was just way bigger than the rest of them and a little bit stronger.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It may have been the pack leader, but
yeah,
either way.
that sounds about right. Normally, there's like a majority of them are like in like a small den or like smaller, and then they have like one big one that usually is the alpha of the group.
But yeah, we took care of them.
May I see the ears?
I've already had them, unwrapped, and I'm just gonna set them on the desk.
The guard who you are now setting these on his desk is like,
they're gonna be on the like sock and cloth. They're not. I'm not just setting the ears like directly on the table.
The captain kind of looks over all of them. She's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely these are all good. O here can get you your money," and she takes out a paper and signs it, and hands it to him. And if there's anything else you need, actually, you guys helped with the investigation, for the other investigation. Is it possible for you guys to help with another one, or are you busy?
We were actually going to be leaving soon because of the monastery needs me elsewhere, unfortunately. Hey, John, actually, pause just for like 1 second. I'll be right back.
Come play with me.
Suddenly, there's just everything freezes. Global time stop.
Global time stop.
God picks up the remote, you know, the remote from that one movie, and pushes the pause button.
Thank you for the follow.
Click with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that one. I don't know it because I've never seen it. I only know that he's got the remote that does things.
Wait, you've never seen Click?
No.
Oh, that's right. You are.
I'm uncultured as shit and live under a rock.
Uncultured.
Well, you're not missing much, I'll tell you that. The only thing I remember about that movie was that he got fat, he got skinny again, and he had this big flap of belly that he was just slapping back and forth.
I've seen that movie multiple times, and I still can't remember all of it. Anyway, I guess since he's missing at the moment, you guys are you said you're stacking shells.
Yeah, I'm making a
Around.
little like pyramid of shells on the shore.
Very nice. What were you
Just-
what?
Hmm?
Sorry, go ahead.
Was they just close enough to the water that like the water can like run through it but doesn't knock it over?
What are you doing, Bucket?
Bucket is still looking for clams and mussels and anything that could be used for cooking.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had a phone call.
Very good. All good. With that, roll a deception.
To deceive the clams and mussels?
Sorry, Belinus, roll a
30-20.
deception. Yes.
I was really hoping
And
to trick one of them.
I think I can trick him to come out.
I roll it anyway.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Well then. You deceive them into coming out of their hiding spots and find some more, and are able to find enough for a meal for the 5 of you. Because why not? Back to the guard station. You are
So
able
I was.
to
yeah.
you she seems to believe you. Oh, that's very unfortunate. We had a very unfortunate fire down at the docks, and yeah. But you are busy, so I will not bother you with the details.
Oh, it's terrible. Well,
Yeah, unfortunately there was a couple casualties, but I guess that's it's the job when you work for warehouses. There's always the chance of something going wrong. So
were they just empty warehouses or like?
oh, it was you haven't heard the 3 of the warehouses down in the docks were basically burnt to the ground last night.
No, we
was a
hadn't heard
terrible-
anything.
Terrible fire. There was some one of the fires busted something or had some effect on another magical something, and it was exceedingly difficult to put out. And so it unfortunately burned down quite a bit.
No, I hadn't heard anything about that. We after we got up this morning, we went straight out to the fields. We had to go meet with Ben's grandmother, and then after that, we came back into town. We hadn't heard anything yet.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm dealing with, but I will not keep you, as I'm sure we're both very busy.
All right, any leads on like who did it or anything like that? We are. I mean,
well,
we're leaving.
We're getting started now, so we don't have any real leads or anything yet. So.
Gotcha. All right then. Well, after we get to pay for this, I'm gonna be probably headed to the monastery, but I don't know when we're leaving yet. I believe we're leaving tomorrow or possibly the next day. I've got to head up to I need the map.
Southbourne.
No.
O'Leary.
I was gonna tell them we're headed up to Windrip.
Oh, Windrip.
Or not Windrip. Lake Town. Yeah, we're going up north. We got the lead with the hermit came through, and he told us of a couple things, and we were gonna head up north and see if we could follow up on a couple things up there.
Oh, well, that will, I'm sure, be helpful.
Yeah,
I'm glad you were able to get.
Oh, sorry.
No. I hope you're able to find what you're looking for then. With your you're looking for a dog, right?
Yeah, I guess you could call it a dog. We found out a little more about what it was, possibly, and we're following that lead. On top of that, the monastery has me going up there for other reasons as well. But hopefully everything turns out all right with the warehouses, and we may be seeing y'all soon.
Certainly. Back to work I go, and she heads back in. The guard that is at the front desk hands you a pouch. With how many sets of ears?
It was 6.
6? Okay. With 600 gold.
Okay. Bet. All right, so we're I'm just gonna go ahead and walk out. I have the information I need, and yeah.
We're off to see the wizard.
For a second, I had to like do a double take because I thought you just said the guard handed him a couch.
Yeah.
Oh yes, a mystical couch and the most
You have to-
comfortable one you will ever
you-
sleep on.
You have to you have to shake it for the money to come out.
You have to get a vacuum.
You gotta get a
stick it
vacuum
in
and
there.
clean it. Yep.
And wherever we place it down, it will never leave that location again, and Bucket's just gonna live there forever.
I actually forgot. Did Ryok, did you tell the rest of the group about Lake Town?
I mentioned some things when the Kingsguard was around.
About
Like they know like I fell into the lake basically.
I'm talking about the statues.
No, I don't think I told
I'm
them
sorry.
about the statues.
Okay.
Not either what?
I could not remember, and then he brought up Lake Town, and I was like, wait, what? Did I imagine him not telling that? Like, did he tell them? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I told them about
Which makes
the
that even funnier, what he just said.
Could we go to Lake Town? We'll end up there eventually.
Which did he say as well? I'm sorry, I was tuned out before you asked me the question.
He told her that you guys were going up to Lake Town because you received a tip off about his missing dog, and that it was leading to Lake Town, and he told her that as a deception because he did not know the information that you know. But his
Interesting.
random guess was just too on par.
Yeah, that's a little on par.
Look,
That's unusual for him.
what? What's that supposed to mean?
Did we actually write down the stuff? Because I'm looking through all of my shit and I don't think we actually wrote down the Lake Town stuff.
I mentioned it directly to you when you guys had the dream.
Yeah, because I remember it. I thought I wrote it down somewhere. Notes, maybe? Yes, there it is. Okay. I see it. I did write it down. Good. Continue. I'm sorry. False alarm.
Anyway,
So yeah, I'm gonna head back to the beach
you
rapidly.
head back to the beach and find your friends. A rather large pyramid.
So I'm gonna look around and make sure if there's anybody that followed me out here.
Roll a perception.
Thing's so ugly.
Oh wait, that's wrong. Okay, just +1 that. So that would be, I meant to hit perception, but I hit performance. But it's a 15, and I get a +2 to the modifier. Do you want me to roll the other dice, or is that fine?
No, it's fine. You can,
Okay, so it's 17.
You do not see anyone.
Okay, well,
You get a weird feeling like you're being watched, but you don't see anyone.
Sometimes I feel like somebody's
Interesting.
watching me.
I'm just gonna let them know. Like, if I feel like I'm being watched, I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna be like, hey, I turned the things in. They have an investigation. Apparently, there was a fire last night. Like, I'm kind of, as I'm talking to them, I'm kind of like hinting at I don't want to say this out loud. It's just like there was a fire last night at the warehouses, and they're investigating it. And apparently the docks are investigating themselves as well, and they have their own investigators out and about, which is interesting. But we should probably go to the monastery, and I'm gonna like I'm gonna kind of signal to them we need to go to both Bucket and Ryok.
I
Okay.
look up and see the wave, and I'll head over if he's signaling to me.
I would follow.
And once they're like close enough to where it's just like they can hear me like at a lower tone, I'm just gonna be like, we're gonna go over to the hermit's house. Let's see
Okay.
let's see if anybody's following us. Also, Ryok, try and not look so much like Ryok.
The bird.
Me.
Let's let
Should
not
we
let
get
them
like
know
a
that you're out.
cloak? Do we have money to get like a cloak for me? Cause I'm kind of, as far as I know, I look like an owl.
Do you not have a cloak?
No.
Do I have a cloak? I do not.
Do you?
How much is a
should we
cloak?
get cloaks? Like,
You're going to the store to buy cloaks?
I was asking how much one is. I figured we'd go to the hermit's house first. And then I can just go out and grab a cloak afterwards.
I'm probably gonna need one, like, either custom fitted because I'm not adult sized.
Yeah, D&D doesn't really have rules for that.
If you think about it, a cloak doesn't really need to be custom fitted. It's a fucking, like, sheet with a little, like, clasp to make a hood.
Fair enough. Should we go find that then, or?
Actually, let's head back and we'll send Bucket out to find it. Actually, no, because Bucket's gonna probably,
Stop for shallots.
yeah, I'll go out and find it once we get back. Bucket's probably gonna be sitting on the couch.
Or that's
So, let's head back to the hermits.
You head back towards the housing district and come to the spot where his house was, and it is no longer there.
Is it the circle that we can just go in?
The circle is there, but the house is not there.
Can I
Yeah,
just
but
walk
last
up
time
and
was-
try to walk through the circle?
Yeah, that's what happened last time. We walked through the
So
circle
wait,
and the house appeared.
are we getting cloaks? Or are we doing that later?
I'm gonna go out and get it after we drop y'all
Okay.
off.
Okay.
You walk through the circle and the house isn't there.
I don't
All
think
right,
this
to
is
plan
what
B, we
happened
go to the
last time.
monastery. Yeah, to plan B, we're going to the monastery.
You guys head off to the monastery then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You head off to the monastery. And
Because
sure
it's a
enough, it's
monastery.
there.
Well,
is
I would
not-
fucking hope it was there, Jesus.
The monastery is missing. Um,
Come back, whole building's gone, no trace of it, just the, like, concrete foundation.
all the statues though are no longer of Pelor, they're of Greg.
Greg has has
Oh, hell, Greg.
Not like this.
So yeah, we're gonna go into the monastery. I'm gonna find him a cloak in here because I am sure that
there are
we have some.
plenty of cloaks of the god of Pelor.
that works. That's even better.
He comes back to you with a cloak of what a normal follower of Pelor would wear.
Well, we're gonna need 3 of them, but yeah. Wait, I already have one technically, wouldn't I? Because I would be
Yep.
wearing
Ryok
one.
doesn't need a whole one. He just needs half of one.
We have them for other races as well. It's not just human sized.
But we shouldn't pay the same for whatever
We
says
don't have
he
to
is good
pay.
for a
It's a
human one.
monastery. They give these
Nobody
out to
gives
the
you-
followers.
Nobody gives things out for free. Unless it's a trick. They're trying to sell you something.
They're trying to sell you their religion.
Nah.
Taylor.
Is there like
As-
an
Well, it's just gonna
offering?
be like-
Is there like an offering bowl?
There is. Yes.
Is anybody watching the offering bowl?
Please don't take stuff out of it.
You may roll a perception to see if anyone is watching it.
No, I'm not. No, to give you an idea, I'm not looking to steal from it. I'm more looking to see if somebody is like closely watching to make sure people like only put certain things into the bowl.
Oh,
You may roll a perception to see.
10. I'm really not doing good with these rolls today.
Well,
Doesn't
it's
appear to be.
12.
Okay, Ryok's gonna go up and like put like seeds in the bowl and make them grow.
Okay.
And
I'd
make
like
like
Ryok
little
a lot more.
flowers appear out of the offering bowl.
Okay.
Little like yellow flowers. And then scurry back to behind Belinus.
No one appears to stop you.
Mission successful.
Since he gave us the cloaks, I'm gonna put probably like 3 gold in the offering bowl as well. And we were looking to. Wait, what time is it? We've been out and about for a while.
At this point, it's probably around 4:30. Another hour or so before you
4:30.
have to be at the at Ben's house.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna be like, hey, we're going out. I'm gonna be leaving the monastery. I'm going out to. I'm gonna tell them Lake Town as well. Just in case. I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna be headed to Lake Town. But I may change my mind. We may go somewhere else. I don't know yet. I just figured I'd let y'all know that I was leaving. And we're gonna be going probably tonight or tomorrow morning or something. But thank you so much for your hospitality again, and I look forward to seeing y'all again.
Oh, you're most welcome. Anyone of Pelor is welcome here.
Oh, of course. I just wanted to show my gratitude. I'm just gonna kind of smirk, and we're gonna start walking out. I'm gonna hand the cloak to or hand the 2 cloaks off to Bucket and Ryok. Sorry, I'm fucking terrible with names, even on whenever I know them.
Ryok like quickly puts the cloak around him and makes sure it like hides like all of his feathers. So he just looks like this little like fucking cultist walking down the road.
Well, I'm gonna help him I'm gonna help Ryok like set it up to where it
Okay.
looks like a normal monk and would walk and everything. And because whenever you're walking with the cloak on, you probably don't see anything.
Okay, initially
really.
he puts it on and starts looking like a cultist, and Belinus is like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No, we're not having this.
Let's fix that real quick. If this is gonna work, we have to have you actually look the part.
Do I have to like
Yeah, you're not part of
too,
the redeeming light.
Elenis?
Huh?
I heard monks hum.
No, you don't have to hum. We're not supposed to look like monks, just normal followers of Paylor. It's all right.
So
Bucket will,
no
Bucket
humming.
will start humming
no
loudly.
humming. I mean,
Um,
um.
um,
Ryok like puts
Well,
his
it's just
claws
like-
together in like clear mockery of this fucking god.
Bolinus just like puts his head in his hands and is going to just remember something and run back to them at the front, or at the person I just got the cloaks from. And Bolinus, hey, I just remembered I need one more in a child size human.
oh yeah.
Certainly. She kind of gives you like the smallest one that you guys are able to produce correctly, I guess, is a good way to put that.
Awesome, thank you so much. May Paylor be with y'all, and we're off. And I'm gonna. Oh, what's up?
Real quick, I need Ryok to make a wisdom saving throw.
13.
Because the humming
is the-
or the mocking.
I was humming along with him.
Are you also like straight up mocking like he is?
No, I'm just imitating his humming. I'm not sure if that's mocking or not. I'm just ignorant.
Ryok, in the back of your mind, you hear, I suggest you take that off until you're allowed to wear it again.
Ryok like looks around.
You hold on, I'm gonna send this to you.
Elenis.
What?
Somebody talk to me. They said I can't wear
What?
this cloak.
What?
I was playfully mocking your religion, and then somebody in my head said I can't wear the cloak anymore.
All right, we need to get you a new cloak.
It's like,
Bucket, did you hear anything?
No.
Yeah, let's take this off of you. And Belinus is gonna quickly just like.
He's actually already taking it off.
yeah, the
Oh,
cloak
good.
is already off of Ryok.
Why are y'all like this? All right, Rehawk, please just.
I didn't think somebody was gonna talk to me.
Stay here.
I don't even know who it was.
Stay here for a moment.
Not my fault.
Does Belinus know, like, or does he have an idea of like what's going on? Can I roll religion to?
Sure.
Not my fault. Somebody can't take a
Fucking
cloak.
3.
No idea. Maybe Ryok's just messing with you. Who knows? Could be anything.
Belinus is not gonna risk it just in case. I'm gonna run to the closest
The closest.
the closest
The
clothing
closest clothing
store.
store.
The closest clothing door. And I'm gonna try and get a cloak.
Cloaks are. did it go? Cloaks are 20 gold pieces.
20 gold?
Would you like to talk them down a little
I
bit?
love how that's every player ever, like, out of character, right? It could be anything. Like, the D&D prices in the handbook are so low that, like, when a DM dares to make the assumption to make something more expensive, whether it be a scam or otherwise, every player is like, how many gold pieces?
That's actually D&D. That's the cost of a gold or of a cloak in D&D. That is raw
it?
rules. Yes. Cloaks
What
are
the-
20 gold pieces. I looked it up
Holy
and I
shit.
was like, huh!
That's
I'm gonna
wild,
look at
man.
I'm gonna look at the cloak. I'm gonna look at the store, and it's like, or the shopkeeper. I'm gonna be like, how is that shirt like a few copper, but that cloak, which doesn't have arms and is not even fully sewn together, is 20 gold.
It's a more expensive hide.
They just gave me 3 cloaks at the church.
Yeah,
How is
and a
this?
god
How is this
fucking
20 gold?
chastised me immediately.
You're not in the store with me.
I'm just
Like,
talking out of character.
how is this 20 gold?
He's not wrong though. Like, holy shit, that is
Like,
actual 20
Melissa's
gold.
like,
You know, that's. I'll give it to you for 10 gold if you want it.
you know what? That is still robbery, but fine. He puts the gold on the table, and he takes the cloak, and he's like, you should let whoever makes these and sells them to you know that they should be ashamed of themselves because this is robbery.
I will most certainly do that.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for buying it for that price. All right,
Like 4
he's just gonna
sessions, the
walk
monk
out
is
with
gonna
the
be
cloak.
harassing vendors.
Please, Lord Greg, punish him for his sins.
It's like-
I will go put Greg down myself. I know where he is. I have seen your deity.
I've seen.
I think that would be interesting. You should try it.
I have talked to your deity.
Just like deep voice, like up in the fucking dude's face. I know who you pray to.
I've met him
Because
in
they
person.
are me.
And then I'm just gonna walk like 10 gold, and that was on sale.
As he wraps it around you.
Yeah.
Vigorously.
Get back to the monastery where I left him. Puts the thing on, or puts the cloak on Ryok, and it's like 10. That was 10 gold. That's
Look, I don't know
It's
what
caught.
to tell you. The dude told
No.
me I can't wear your cloak.
I don't even want to know. It's all right. Don't worry about it. You
Apparently,
can see
whoever
that
it is can't take a fucking joke. Like,
you can see that Belinus is visibly like starting to get to the end of his rope.
dude, we haven't even left town yet. Like, chill.
And it's gonna be so nice when we do. Let's go get some dinner. Just walk. Just wear the cloak. It's fine.
We act like
We're
slowly
gonna
puts the
we're gonna
cloak on.
like all head down to Ben's house, clad in cloaks, looking like we're a fucking missionary group.
I know what seeks you.
I know.
We've got to.
I'm
Two
changing.
paler
I'm
cloaks.
changing. I'm changing him to a halfling. I don't care what any of you say.
Who?
Ben.
No,
Wait, Ben went from an elf to a halfling? What
he's a
the
fucking elf. Fuck you,
polymorph?
Johan.
We don't have a wizard.
That would
We can't-
just saying.
We don't have a dwarf. We're 2 humans and an owl. From what everyone else thinks, we're 2 humans and an owl. They don't know I'm an Azamar.
They're my parents.
I mean, you do look like a child. People think oh my god, people probably do think we're your parents. Because the fact it's just 2 people cloaked in, like, cloaks of Palor with a small
Non-Palor.
child-shaped thing in non-Palor. So you just look like a non-initiated member of the church.
It's not my fault that I got chastised by a god.
Nobody said it was a god.
You and I both know what I heard.
I definitely know what you heard.
So yeah, we get to or Ben's house, not Greg's house. God.
Wait,
Greg's
let's go
cloning
pay a
himself.
visit to Greg, wink. Hey, dude, you want to trade in some of this thermite? We just so happen to have some.
Left over from fighting dire wolves in the forest. We decided not to light the forest on fire, so you're welcome. You should pay an extra.
How do you think we got the ears off of them? You think we're some kind of peasants and cut them off? No. We
Man, I could have ripped the ears off.
thermal lanced them off.
No, you
Bit the
couldn't. None of you
ears off.
have the strength to fucking rip the ears off.
Well, I didn't mean rip with my hands. I meant like bite the ears off. Beaks are pretty sharp.
You
I
guys,
probably could.
you guys get
bit
to
through the
Ben's
flesh.
house and have a marvelous dinner.
Does Ben learn any druid craft while we're while Ryok's
you like-
showing off?
Would you like to try to teach him some druidcraft?
Yeah, why not? I'll try like while food is like being set on the table to try and like show him like the utter basics.
Let's see if he has any
Define
Like the
utter
lo-
break,
the- like the most fundamental shit that I remember.
which is nothing. So what is you trying to teach him?
Well, druidcraft would be that fundamental. Like the
Like the
interacting
spell.
with like plants. Yeah, like interacting with plants and shit like that, like that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20.
It's either, God forbid, like either way, he's gonna show something here. A D20. I actually need to not press a button for that. I need this button.
Great. We went from him showing him druid craft to wild magic.
Look, that's talent, Belladus. You can't deny that he's showing talent.
Kid just Kamehamehas through the
I've
wall.
cultivated this. 16.
16. He's very attentive at the moment. He's seems to be taking in everything that you're saying pretty well.
Ryuk is delighted to see this.
Kind of tries to like make a spell and nothing really happens. He's like, he like looks at you like expectantly.
It's okay. It doesn't. He completely like makes this up, but he's like, it doesn't always happen on the first time.
Son of a bitch.
It's okay. We'll keep practicing. But it looks like food's just about ready.
Indeed.
And once again,
food.
Ryak's head like turns. His body doesn't turn, but his head just turns towards where the kitchen is.
The
Bucket
food is
hard at
ready.
work.
After a lot of hard work and collaboration between your rogue friend and his grandmother. It is a very delicious meal. And a very semi-sorrowful evening, as obviously her grandson is leaving for whoever knows how long in the morning. And she's taking in everything she can of him.
Honestly, with his with everything he's done so far, he's gonna make a great adventurer. Trust me. That's how I was whenever I was younger.
God damn it.
Now I
You
don't
got
know if
me.
he's gonna make that good of a druid. That would be up to that would be up to Ryak. But we're gonna teach him everything we can.
Ryak nods.
It is a. How long would you guys like to stay here? After dinner.
I don't know. Are we going back to the monastery, or are we gonna go back to the inn? I don't know if I want to take Ryak in the monastery.
It might not be the best way. I might actually get like smited.
What would you like to do?
Before we leave, or like, I guess technically after we leave for the night, like, are we letting Ben stay here the night and then getting him in the morning when we leave? Like, how's that working? Or is he coming with us?
I don't know.
Just take him with us now.
Why not just see if we can stay the night here? That way we can leave out in the morning with Ben.
I mean, that works. If the grandmother's okay with it, she'll probably be happier with that.
I'm gonna bring that up to the grandmother and be like, would it be alright if we crashed here for the evening? That way we can leave first thing in the morning. And also that way you could spend some more time with Ben and maybe Ryak as well. That way you can you would see that Ben is in good hands.
Certainly. You
Or we get killed by a dragon.
What was that?
That was outside of the thing, not in game.
Oh, okay. You have to be careful because I will, if we're in the middle of a conversation, I will always assume it's in game, unless you specifically say out of game first. I will always assume you are saying it in game.
But you wouldn't have to make a bed for me or anything. I do not mind sleeping on the floor. I grew up in monasteries. I grew up in, you know.
Well, I do have an
areas.
extra bedroom. You guys can, you know, decide who gets bed and who doesn't, or
I
Okay,
can sleep
that's-
standing up. Free access to Belinus and buckets, so that's fine.
I've
So yeah,
fallen
Bucket can take the
asleep
bed.
on countless ships. I'm no stranger to hardwood floors.
well, nobody gets
Well.
the bed then.
So we
That
all
works.
just ignore the bed.
Well, if you guys aren't taking it, I will.
But before everyone goes to bed, can I? Does this house have any like windows near the kitchen,
Certainly,
Johan?
it has in front of the like sink area. It has like a kitchen window to look out.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind for now.
You planning to secretly watch them wash dishes?
No, I have an idea. I will let you know later.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna check in for the night. Get some rest.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll sit and chat with Ben for a bit until he decides to go to bed, and then I will pass the fuck out in the corner. Excuse me?
Yes. Hello.
No.
Oh, I got what you said. Okay. I totally misheard you.
What did you think I said?
Sit in chat with Ben.
Like in the Twitch chat. All right. So, anything happen? Are we do we want to call it here, or do you want to keep going? I'm good to keep
Bucket.
going.
Do you want to roll a
Bucket
d20?
is. Bucket would love to. Bucket is also falling asleep.
IRL or in yeah?
IRL.
Okay, that's what I assumed.
19.
19. Luckily, nothing happens. And we are going to end here for the evening for this session. You all can take a long rest.
Yay!
Additionally, you may all level up to level 4.
Dude, dope as fuck.
Hell yeah.
So
I've
you
never been so
can
excited to play.
so you can do that over the course of the next week or the next 5 minutes. And we will end the session here. And I will say goodbye to Twitch. And yeah.
Shenanigans.
Oh, wait, say that again.
Goodbye, Twitch. We
I said bye, Twitch. Hope you enjoyed our fucking shenanigans, because we're all weird.
Yes,
Very.
yes.
We're gonna lead a
How do
child
I
to
level
his